IQ, the way we measure human intelligence. Albert Einstein had an IQ of 160, Stephen Hawking 161, Leonardo DaVinci 220. Which made me wonder, can you increase your IQ in just one day? For starters, I need to figure out my IQ. It's time to submit my answers. Dang, 108? Back in high school, I took very advanced level classes and still managed an average of 89%. So when I got the results back and it was just average, it kind of shattered the way I viewed myself. But not all hope is lost. I'm gonna go and find some of the best ways that I can increase my IQ today. I got it, I figured it out. Starting with this. I've always wanted to know how to solve one of these things. Let's mess it up. Rubik's Cubes are great for problem solving and pattern recognition. Some of the best speed cubers out there can literally look at a Rubik's Cube and solve it in a matter of seconds. I think I just need to pick a color and start there. So I figured the best starting point was to try it myself and see how far I could get. After about 20 minutes of trying that, I realized it wasn't really going anywhere, so I moved on to a tutorial. I know what the problem is. I'm messing this up. Yellow's super solid right now. So yeah, I think it's safe to say I was a bit flustered. Now listen, it's not that impressive, but I did eventually solve it. But this is where I took things pretty seriously. I tried again and again and again and again. Slowly but surely, I wanted to memorize more of the algorithms, and eventually, I was able to do pretty well. Quick little interlude to say it's about a week later, and I've been practicing a lot, and I'm mostly memorized on this, but there's still a few steps that I kind of need some reference for. It's becoming a lot more fun to just do this and like see how fast I can get it, and I think I can solve this with a little bit of help in like 5 minutes now, so it's kind of cool. Only gonna get better from there. One of my best friends from school used to bring his Rubik's Cube to school and solve it in under a minute. That was impressive, and it's still one of my goals to get as low as possible. It's always kind of been a big life goal of mine to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube, and granted, I'm probably not going to be able to do that just off of memory alone, but I don't know, the fact that I even did it in the first place is pretty exciting to me. With that being said, one of my weakest areas was logic, so we're going to do this brilliant brain training game. For years, I've heard of all different kinds of brain training platforms, but most recently I've been hearing a lot about Brilliant, so I figured I'd give it a try. All in all, these really got me thinking, and they made me question some of the answers I'd put down for the IQ test earlier. Let's check that. Correct. There we go. At face value, a lot of these problems seemed pretty simple, but they were a little bit more complicated than they looked. Ray is rising next to Tuesday. That's correct. There we go. I'm doing pretty good here. The first clue was very informative. Marv and Lex do not place next to each other. Oh, so it's literally telling me where I went wrong and helping me to correct my mistakes. These problems really challenged the way I thought. Yes, there we go. All right, 2 more. But after I finished a few problems, I decided it was time to move on to the next thing. I'm sure that if you do a lot of these more frequently, it'll help you to boost your IQ, but I think my takeaway is that in the problem-solving stuff from the IQ test that I did this morning, I was maybe rushing to conclusions a little too quickly. Gotta take my time, figure out what the right answer is. So we started with the Rubik's Cube, solved this a few more times today, then we did the brain training. So theoretically, I should be better at problem-solving, pattern recognition, just general awareness, and now we gotta work on trivia. So it's time to answer the question, am I smarter than a 5th grader? Okay, I know, I promise that I'm not just being a fool. I remember this game show having some surprisingly difficult questions when I used to watch it as a kid, so we're gonna play Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader?
It's Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader?
Intense, bro. Vocabulary. I feel confident in that. Appointed, reappointed, disappointed is disappointed. Although this testing's working, I'm getting smarter by the second.
What kind of animal was the velveteen stuffed toy that Marjorie Williams wrote a popular book about?
I have literally no clue. This is a 2nd grade question, but I'm gonna go with rabbit.
The actual answer is...
Oh no, I'm gonna lose here, aren't I?
Rabbit.
Oh,
You're right.
That was a guess. I should have used the cheat.
True or false? The following word, meaning to lift one's spirits, is spelled correctly.
Let me write this down. Hold on. Do I have a time limit? EXHILERATE. So I'm gonna say false.
True.
No! Unsurprisingly, the first few times I tried it, I actually did really badly. Oh God, I have no idea. That is not a second grade question. How am I gonna know that? What do you mean? But there was one round that was looking promising.
Good work. You get 100 points.
You got one question right.
Dee's party started at 7 p.m. and ended at 10 p.m.
Dee's party? Dee's nuts.
180 minutes.
That is right.
Let's see if you really are smarter than a 5th grader.
Fingers crossed.
You got this.
I'm smarter than a 5th grader, baby. Let's go. And yeah, in the end, I ended up beating the game. But I'm not gonna lie, after everything that we did today, learning to solve a Rubik's Cube, doing brain training, and even doing some trivia, I was feeling more confident about taking another IQ test. And the results came in. Let's go! It's only 6 points, but oh my God, does it feel good. So yeah, I was able to increase my IQ. Pretty impressive. But that got me thinking, if I was able to cheat the system, how reliable is it? But if you want to expand your knowledge, I do have a link for Skillshare where you can get a free trial and 30% off your first year down below. Feel free to check that out if you want to learn new things. And that's it. I'll see you guys soon.